mindset should be wellness, okay, which is everybody should have a chiropractor on their healthcare team to maintain the alignment for nerve integrity and optimum health potential. It's not a treatment for back pain. Never was. Now, the Stanford Research Institute found that 87.5% of success comes from your ability to communicate and deal with people. Therefore, certainty is about a communication system. You see, we teach you how to break the subluxation here. So when we teach you how to say certain things at certain times, certain ways, there's a reason for that. It's not a scripting that you memorize. What it is a concept that you own. There's a difference between memorizing scripts like coaches give you and stuff versus owning something. Because when you own it, you can then give it. You cannot give it unless you own it. So therefore, we have to get this communication system down to change the patient's beliefs. See, because they think you're a back pain doctor. So they'll only value this to put you on your healthcare team when those beliefs are changed. Now, you're one of these two types of chiropractors. We either have symptom treating based chiropractors or wellness based treating chiropractors. It's my opinion that these symptom treating based chiropractors, which I was, because I came out of National, I didn't know any better. Nobody taught me how to convey chiropractic. They didn't teach me chiropracticality. They didn't teach me any of this stuff. I just started figuring out once I got this philosophy down, and when I was conveying it to people, I sort of had a knack to figure out where they were coming from and where they needed to go. So you have to think about something. How is it that we shifted from this beautiful philosophical profession over to doing just symptom treatment for back pain, headaches, or neck pain? There was a survey done back in the year of 2000. It's a worldwide survey, mind you, through Europe and North America. And they said that 95% of patients first consult chiropractors for musculoskeletal pain, the majority for back pain, neck pain, and headaches. How many of you, raise your hands, do your patients come in for neck pain, back pain, and headaches, and then they go, hey doc, you know, since you've been adjusting me, my allergies are better, my stomach's better, my mental problems are better, and I'm a guy. Just kidding, that's a joke, okay. I just want to see how awake you are. Anyway, how many people, when you are working with them for their neck pain, back pain, they also have different issues that get better, like digestive issues? Raise your hand if that's ever happened. If the patient has ever come up to you and asked you that question, that's a key sign that you're not conveying the philosophy of chiropractic correctly at the beginning, because they should expect it. One of the things that they found in this survey is that beyond the back pain, the neck pain, the headaches going away, people had improved breathing, digestion, resolution of pelvic or visual or circulatory problems. They had other issues going away, and it was routine. If people knew that, why would they go out and get surgeries, medications, and different things like that if the frame got in the game and all of a sudden they found that there was a nerve interference that was preventing the body to preventing the brain rather to tell the body how to function? How many of us have stumbled onto things like that, yet we're just treating a patient for back pain, but we've never educated on that? How many of us have ever actually taken and linked a headache to depression, anxiety, irritability, moodiness, sleep, where you're waking up 2 to 3 in the morning, you're getting tired 2 to 4 in the afternoon? How many of us have linked those things so the patient can understand it? Not many. So basically, a wellness model is basically maintaining certain actions to prevent illness and injury and improve function. If you're practicing that model, then you're practicing a model where your care plans are based on spinal correction, spinal alignment. In other words, we're supposed to fix spines. The title of this talk is The Art, Science, and Philosophy of Spinal Correction. But isn't that the art and science and philosophy of chiropractic? Because isn't chiropractic spinal correction? If we're correcting spines like we're saying we're correcting them to a normal model, are we really doing that? We say we're treating the cause, yet we monitor by the symptom. See what happens? We get all mixed up. And we don't have to be that way. I'm going to tie all these loose ends together to make this work. When you have a wellness type of practice, it's to emphasize the spinal correction and maintenance, okay, for the maximum nerve integrity and optimum health potential. When you're over here on the symptom condition model, you're basically treating symptoms. It's more of an individual type practice where that's more of a family practice. Because if a patient understands that a subluxation does not cause symptoms, neither does cavities, neither does heart disease, neither does cancer, There are no symptoms until the disease process builds up high enough and the threshold is met. Oftentimes it's too late in terms of cancers and different things, so they try to do scans and stuff like that. Why do you take your kids to a dentist? Because they have teeth. Why do you take them to a chiropractor? Because they got a spine. If people get that, then all of a sudden they're going to bring their families in to check for a thing called subluxation, because they know what subluxation can cause. But they don't know what the subluxation can cause. So we're going to show you how to do that, okay? So your destiny in your practice is based on your core philosophy. If your philosophy is that we're a bunch of back pain treaters, and all you got to do is decompress the joints and hear the pop, and you're giving your patients a lot of information where you pop the bone, you go, got it, got it, got it. Oh, you're a little tight today. Got it, got it. And all they relate to is that you pop the back. I get patients of mine that come into me, and they have some sort of erroneous idea that it's the pop that's the adjustment. That means they know nothing about the articular neurology. And if that's the case, and if you were thinking that the pop is the adjustment versus just a high velocity move to influence a mechanoreceptor, which is what the adjustment does, the chiropractor never moves a bone into place in his life or her life. What you did is you influenced a mechanoreceptor, which talked to the muscle, and that muscle moved the bone. BJ talked about it in a different way in his green books. But I'm talking about it in an updated, modern way based on the articular neurology that you're going to see to gain more certainty. If the patient knew that, and if we knew that, understand something. How is it that you can take an activator, which there's no pops, you're just hitting receptors? How is it that you can mirror image somebody? I went to a seminar one time when I was in my youth, and a guy goes, all you got to do is set him up in the opposite position, kick him in the rear end, and stand him up, and you'll see it's fixed. I laughed, and everybody laughed. But guess what? The dude was right. But at that time, I didn't understand how the neurology interprets an input. Now I do, because it freaked me out. It's like, how does this really work? How do you get spinal cord? How did you get that crooked spine to be straight? How does that work? How does that happen?